I got zero doubt in my membrane, you keep calling me insane. Every single day more XRP is what I obtain. No more cash, no more cars, only QR codes. No more proof of work, we running validated nodes. This is the life that I chose. They look at the cons, I look at the pros. I'm always bullish and it shows. Now you wanna ask about XRP, I am not telling. Now you want some of my XRP, I am not selling, it's not for sale. Honestly, I just wish you will, cause I'm XRP for well. I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. XRP taking the lead, come equipped with institutional speed. XRP giving the go to proceed, don't listen to FUD, I know they mislead. Try to tell them but I know they don't care. ODL, don't nothing compare. Back in the day I was willing to share, now I don't have any left to spare. So some liquidity on demand, try to tell them but they don't understand. Holding my ledger right hand, my hand, see the signs it was already planned. Digital economy, it's already here. I'm talking about the moon, they think I majored in astrology. Haters talking trash, I think they majored in garbology. Focus on my future, so I invest in technology. Number one is where we ranking.
Come on.
And if you don't have XRP, then I do not know what you thinking. This the time, this the year, this the place to be. Hold them strong all day long, doing it faithfully. Keep that negative energy far away from me. It's not our fault that we seeing something that you can't see. I got my hands on some on-demand liquidity, and I'ma hold on to it now into infinity. This the greatest wealth transfer the world will ever see. But I'm not talking, I'm about to go buy me more XRP, cause I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. I'm XRP for well.
Let's go.
I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? Can't you tell?
Let's go. What is going on, everybody? What is up, Rojas? What is going on, Rojas? Kenneth Simmons is in the house. What is up, everybody? Let's kick this thing off. What is going on in the crypto world? That's what I want to know. That's what you want to know. That's what we all want to know. So we're hanging out right now with these trend lines. We're going to see what happens. This is the one that once we go lower, I really want to see what's going to happen, because it is going to be a sign of the upcoming in the future of crypto in the short term. Not only that, however, I have been doing some research, and I must say, if we do start going a little lower and we do not break out of this descending like wedge we have going on here, this descending channel, then Friday is the day we want it to happen. So if we go lower, that's good. We don't want to break out just yet. The longer we wait to break out, and those words I agree with come straight from the man himself, Mr. MM Crypto, who does know quite a bit about Bitcoin.
Today is not watching a YouTube video complaining, hey, this YouTuber is telling me two scenarios, because this is why we have two scenarios. And I truly hope, and I just truly hope that you understand this point. I know that most of the people in the MM Crypto community are understanding that this is exactly what a trader does. A trader is not saying we are going to break out to the upside with 100% likelihood. This is just a utopia thinking, and it is not working out like this. If this is happening, very often you might be standing on the sidelines, very often you might be surprised, being caught up in a bias long position, even though the price is going to go down, right? This is what we are talking about right now. And yes, the price level we have to break is approximately, we have to close basically a daily candle better. This is the high. I'm gonna go back. I ordered food me over on Twitter at Crypto with a verification checkmark, so you can get these updates also in absolute real time. I'm making these videos only once a day, but I am posting between practice on getting a break, and after, obviously, I'm from the falling wedge, which is the less likely scenario. But then in this case, yes, then we are looking out for price targets of 31, 32, 30, up to 33,000 US dollars, the previous low. This is what I'm expecting here into the apex. The latest basically this can happen is maybe like the 7th of May. The 7th of May, the very latest. And the thing is, if this breakout goes towards the upside, from a probability standpoint, let me quickly go back. From a probability standpoint, the falling wedge breaks out 2/3 of the time, 67% of the time towards the upside. It's a bullishly biased pattern, with the price going towards the apex, getting a more and more volatile breakout, meaning the later we are breaking out, the more volatile it is going to get. The later we are breaking out, the less likely a fake out actually is going to be. So obviously we do not want to have it break out today. The best thing is if it breaks out on Friday. So if we are breaking...
There you go. You heard it from Crypto. The man has been doing this for a very long time. And I tend to agree with him. We want this to break out. The later, the better. The later, the end of the week, the better. But until then, we're going to keep an eye on these prices for now. How's everybody doing out there? What up, Truth in the house? How's everybody doing today, man? What is going on? All right, BTC, we have, let's see, what are we at here? 37,732. This is on the daily. Actually, let's put it on the hourly. There we go. Put it on the hourly. Afternoon, Jaded. When do you think ETH will fall apart? I can't understand why so many projects build on it. Surely the gas price is discouraged from buying all these shit coins. See, that's the thing, John. In the beginning, I mean, it was always like shitty, but in the beginning, it wasn't as shitty with the gas prices. So they roped a ton of people in, and now people just do it because that's what people do. Because a majority of people are not leaders. A majority of people are followers. So until they get off of their high horse tribalism and understand that it's dog shit and that it is way centralized, they are not going to figure it out. So they are going to be the ones coming in last place. The people who see the truth and see the writing on the wall, those are going to be the real winners. But as far as what they do, John, I don't care what they do. They can keep building on it all they want. Because the truth of the matter is, Ethereum is not going to change. They've been putting off the switch over to proof of stake for so long. It's not going to happen. The ETH 2.0 keeps getting pushed back. I mean, look at, they said, oh, last year, oh, no, it was already going to, nothing's happening. They're just trying to get the most money out of people and see how long they can string people along. That's the name of the game for those dirtbags. That is the name of the game for them. I am all about the XRP. All about the XRP. This is where it's at for me. All right. All right. But yeah, that's it, man. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Just buying shit coins, building on a shit coin. They're going to understand that they should not be building on there eventually. What are some other people talking about? Ooh, DIY investing. I like DIY investing.
Hello, from, pretty much 50 and 60% swings on each side. And then even on the shorter time frames, we're also struggling with this consolidation. And we've went through a few different ones. We had all of these wicks and all of this chop that we went through. Same thing kind of happened here. before our breakout, and we're seeing that we're pretty much getting the exact same thing again. You know, there's not a whole lot of difference here. Overall, the big difference is this period of time was more of a downtrending angle. This one is more of an ascending, ascending angle. It's not much of a triangle. But we're seeing that these cycles can be very, very choppy. And that's kind of what they're meant to do. They're supposed to shake out all the weak hands before, you know, the smart money's accumulated and are ready to ultimately send the price higher into new all-time highs. And in my opinion, the big things that we need to be watching for inside of this Bitcoin chart go down to where is the momentum taking us right now. And I think that that's really where we can start off by sharing with you guys an update inside of the on balance volume. Now we're at a really important part where I'm not personally going to get worried unless this trend line starts to fail. If the OBV starts to fail, this becomes resistance, and we start doing something like this, then that's going to look really bad because that would basically signal that this ascending support is lost. There really isn't any sort of major momentum swinging in the bullish favor, and then we would probably drop to at least probably the bottom of what this wick was, which was about 33,000 per Bitcoin, just sub 33,000. We would go to at least there. But chances are, if we would lose that support, my guess is we'd probably end up retesting all the way back down to, you know, around 30,000. That would probably be the most likely scenario. In this case, that would be, you know, a big capitulation event. I would expect that to happen pretty fast. It would end up being similar to kind of these moves here. Any of these types of moves that we've been seeing where we just get a big sell-off. And I would imagine that that dip gets bought up pretty quickly. But that's only assuming the OBV actually breaks this trend line. As of right now, we've yet to do so. We still have a lot of consolidation left. On the shorter time frames, Bitcoin looks a little bit. We can see that at the very bottom of this low was right here. This is where Bitcoin started selling off from its blow off top. You know, the dollar really wasn't doing anything throughout the period of Bitcoin originally selling off. But right here, when the dollar bottoms and starts to make its first major impulse, we can see that Bitcoin made its fast sell-off. This was 5 impulse waves down for its capitulation, right? And then that's what took us to the bottom of that bear market. We can see that as Bitcoin went for its capitulation, the dollar went on its massive move. And so, as a rule of thumb, like I've always stated, we're going to see the dollar and Bitcoin be negatively correlated. We're going to see Bitcoin do whatever the opposite of the dollar is, but it's not always going to be 100%. Now, and Bitcoin actually bottomed and swung up. The dollar makes a lower high. The dollar actually falls back down to retest support. And what's interesting here is Bitcoin sold off with that, and they both kind of sold off. But as the dollar made a higher high, Bitcoin made a lower high. And then the dollar started breaking out and Bitcoin went through its consolidation, right? But now we're at this important point where the dollar is actually breaking out, or we're at the resistance. We don't know what's going to happen yet. You know, this could easily reject. This could easily pump up a little higher and then reject and turn into a wick. You know, there's going to be a lot of volatility in this sort of a move. And that's why I think it's important that we talk about different correlations that we've seen and how we can maybe apply it to what we're seeing today. Now, as we're at this resistance, we're at the very top of the resistance. We're getting close to basically leaving the resistance and breaking out. And so I'm kind of wondering what is actually going to be taking place here. Now, there's a few different scenarios that I see. Option number one, you know, the dollar rejects at this resistance, and then Bitcoin blows off into its next major move into the cycle, right? Now, that's option one. Option two is where the dollar breaks out and Bitcoin sells off again, right? That's definitely an option that we're all considering here. Now, what about option three, where what if, you know, the dollar breaks out here, but what if Bitcoin also bottoms and starts breaking out too? You know, the dollar can make this big run and Bitcoin might not move a whole lot, right? Bitcoin might just kind of consolidate here, maybe make a slight impulse. We might not see a whole lot of price action in here. And that's, at the end of the day, we don't really know until we get a definitive move one way or another. With us being right at this point, you know, we're just waiting for the final decision to be made, where either we see a big breakout, which becomes obvious that this is going to be breaking out, you know, consistently breaking out, not just some short time little thing, and then it instantly starts pulling back. Because this is something to understand, guys. During these periods, we can easily see moves that extend even past resistances and then they instantly fall back down. And a prime example of this was just not very long in the consolidation for the dollar. And we can come back over here. Let's remove some of these drawing tools and let's compare. It was this move right here. I mean, we went through this period of consolidation that looks similar to what we're seeing today, right? Where we make 2 attempts at the resistance, both are rejected. We make 2 attempts at support, we bounce both times. We make a big run past those highs, but when everybody thinks it's going to be breaking out because it's making a new high, that was also the rejection point, right? And then we sold off. And so that is pretty much a larger fractal of what we're pretty much going through right now. I mean, if we draw a support line here, drag it all the way over. Let's remove our resistance real quick. Let's remove some of this stuff. Let's make this black. I mean, realistically, this is just pretty much the same sort of consolidation. And so in the same way that we got this move past the previous highs here and then rejected and it was a fake out, I would not be surprised, and you guys shouldn't be surprised if this is also something similar, where we run up, it could peak above these for a little bit, but then it's going to probably fall back down like that. And if that was the case, our target is going to be over... let's drop it to a bigger time frame. Let's go to 2 weeks. Our target would be over here. Something along the lines of this, right? That is where I would expect to see our top in this move. Now, I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I'm just ultimately drawing you guys the different blueprints, the scenarios that I see happen. There's been scenarios in which we've seen this play out. See exactly what takes place with the dollar, but I'm going to keep you guys updated. As of right now, you know, it can go either way. This is the type of move I would expect to see if we do break out of these highs. Keep in mind, it would be pretty much just the same as this consolidation that we saw right there.
Thank you, Donovan Jolly. We appreciate it. Oh, skis. What's going on here? Looky, looky, I found hooky. What's going on? Ladies and gentlemen. Just dropped $400. Put this back on the daily. All right, here we are on the daily. Now I want to put XRP back on the daily. Here we go. And XLM, we will put this back on the daily as well. Keep an eye on this and see what's happening. Now, in the event we come down lower, I don't think it's gonna be for long. I don't think it'll be for long. Right now, this could be inducing people. This could be inducing. Let's see if we got anyone going live and talking about stuff right now. Let's see. Crypto Addy, Q1 ODL 1 billion. What? Let's check in. I'm going to keep it like this so I can see the prices in the top left corner. Hey, everybody. It's Eddie from Tokyo.
Will there be a shakeout in crypto? Like, it doesn't really affect you guys because, you know, if you know something about XRP, Ripple, 2 different entities, but plus XRP is trading at whatever it is based on the SEC action. You can get a bump up if you win. You're kind of, I guess, you know, you're not going to be affected by the shakeout if there is one. Do you think there will be one?
Well, look, the overall market today that, you know, Munger and Buffett think isn't worth anything is worth $2 trillion.
Yeah.
And I think the likelihood that 5-10 years from now it's worth a lot more than that is extremely high. But I think that the whole industry will have some that fail because some of them I can't figure out what the utility is. What's the use case?
Dog coin. Doggy coin, Liz. I'm going to toss to you on doggy coin.
Okay, doggy coin. That's Dogecoin, dum-dum. Yeah, you're getting like right up there with
See you,
Buffett and
Liz.
Munger too, Charlie. All right, thank you, and good to see you, Brad
By the way,
Garlinghouse.
what was going on with Buffett and Munger? Why do they hate crypto so much?
They just
Did you
feel
ask
that
them?
it doesn't have any value, that it's just simply software, and who knows? They called it magic. They're against it. I think
I bet
Brad
you
really
I bet you
talked
could-
about it
I
in
bet
a
you there's
fair
going to be
way.
a day. There's going to be a day where they could buy their hearing aids with crypto. You know that, Liz?
You're disrespectful, Charlie.
That was Charles Gasparino catching up with Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple at the Milken Institute. That is a big think tank, and they've got their global conference going on right now until the 4th. I think we'll watch one more clip from that too. But you want to just pay attention to what's happening there, because this institute is really a big deal. Mr. Garlinghouse will be speaking on Wednesday, May 4th. He'll be joined by the mayor of the city of New York and also the senior vice president of IBM Cloud Platform and the CFO of Airtable. You can watch this. It's going to be streamed live. Let me show you the address for that because, well, there are actually 800 total speakers, 120 sessions, and the people are just really fabulous. Let me show you how to find that. Just go to milkeninstitute.org and search on the live stream global conference, and it'll take you right there. There's a lot of blockchain executives. And then there's another one I want to watch that has Algorand. I think they're going to talk about the financial world and smart contracts. Looks very interesting. I think it's really great that Charles Gasparino is getting involved in covering what's going on in the blockchain space. Here he is at the Milken Institute with Charles Hoskinson, of course, the founder of Cardano that has the digital asset ADA. It's good that we have somebody that has a mainstream audience talking about this space, because it's going to help it grow that much quicker. So let's listen to this second clip I have where Mr. Garlinghouse is continuing his discussion with Charles.
You are the CEO of Ripple, the cross-border payment. It's competing with the SWIFT system, correct? Correct. XRP is one of your, I guess, is it? Can I say it's one of your currencies? How do I do this?
We talk about it as it's native to our technology stack.
And it's under assault by the SEC.
For sure.
The
The whole industry, in my judgment, is under assault.
But I think if your case, the SEC saying that it's a security, it's illegal essentially, pay us billions of dollars, and you chose to fight it. Your case will set the stage, set the agenda for the SEC's foray into crypto regulation and how far Gary Gensler, the chairman of the SEC, is going to go. Where's the case right now?
Look, from my point of view, the case has gone quite well. A lot of it has been skirmishes around discovery and these kind of things, but it's clear that the judge understands that this is an important case. It's going to be set precedent. It now we're getting close to summary judgment filings. Everything will be before the judge now by the end of November. What that means in terms of how long the judge will take to review the case.
So it could be this year.
That's an optimistic view, but it's not impossible.
What do you think of Mr. Gensler's approach here? He's a friend, I'm assuming, right?
No, actually, I've never met him. He certainly, I guess the simplest way I'd characterize this, I think when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. When you're Gary Gensler at the SEC, everything looks like a security, which doesn't really make sense. And look, he said a lot of things that I just think don't really make sense. He says justice delayed is justice denied. Yet they brought this lawsuit against Ripple, and every possible juncture they have sought to delay the case. And our view is look, we're trying to move as quickly as we can. We will continue to move as quickly as we can because we think it's very clear.
What do you think he's going to do?
On our side?
What's he going to do with regulation?
Well, I think he clearly wants, in the context that there is uncertainty in the United States federal government about who regulates crypto.
He wants it.
He wants it. And I think it's empire building.
Now, will the Republicans let him take it?
I think there's a piece of legislation reintroduced just last Thursday, bipartisan support, called the Digital Commodity Exchange Act, and it has broad support. I was on Capitol Hill 2 or 3 weeks ago, spoke with a bunch of elected representatives on both sides of the aisle. there's broad support that the CFTC needs to have a stronger voice here. And even the executive order that you and I have talked about before that Biden put out, it really calls for the SEC to work with the CFTC and other agencies.
We have a great update coming from Ashish Birla, the GM of RippleNet. If you're an XRP holder, RippleNet reached $15 billion in annualized payment volume. So ODL, which is on-demand liquidity, this is the solution that Ripple brings where it bridges two different fiats and cross-border remittances, grew 8 times. And the Asian Pacific region is one of the biggest contributors. The total ODL volume in Q1 was over 1 billion. It now has 25 payout markets. That's up 3 more markets. So we've got markets live like Singapore, Malaysia, Poland, Indonesia. I was surprised to see Indonesia. Thailand, just to name a few. And now so many people say to me in the comments, well, if all this ODL is happening, why don't we see any price action? Let me put it into perspective for you. Here is the value shown in trillions of US dollars. This is the total cross-border payment forecast for 2022. It's over 150 trillion with a T. So you can see with ODL just being at $1 billion in that quarter one, we have a long way to go. But this is why I pay attention to ODL. I pay attention to see how many markets open up. I pay attention to how many countries are putting the regulations in place so that ODL can be put into those payment rails that have been laid down all over the globe. This is a growing product. It shows you the upside. It shows you the potential. No, I don't believe that it'll only be XRP, but I do think XRP is going to grab an enormous amount of these payment flows. If you saw my video yesterday, you saw that the Ripple Singapore office is trying to help South Korea craft and shape their regulatory framework for cryptocurrency. And look what came out today. New South Korean Treasury Minister nominee wants to delay crypto taxes for 2 years. And there is a huge appetite for cryptocurrency in South Korea. And I think that the white paper that Ripple co-authored to help the government move forward in a positive fashion maybe having a little bit of impact. I hope so, because they do have RippleNet rails in this country, and it would be great to see the use of the digital asset XRP for their payment flows. So as the payment flows increase, you can see the size of the market is just huge. And eventually, all of that liquidity is going to make an impact on the XRP supply. But I'll say it one more time, we have a long ways to go. And taking a quick look at the market before we jump into the fluff, you can see that Algorand is leading the top 100 by...
No fluff, but we are going to pull up Algorand because I do love Algorand. Algorand is amazing. Here we go. Here's Algo. Algo. Algorand. Let's give Algo. No. There we go. There's Algo. Beautiful. Algorand. We got to pull up an Algo. Big Dan in the house. Right, guy. Let's go, everybody. This is what I'm talking about. Get up in here. Get up in here. All right, what is going on? What's going on, BTC? Show us the way. I cannot wait to see what happens the end of the week. That's what I'm waiting for. The end of the week. Algo was down to... Wait, what? 1, 2, 3. It dipped down to 54 cents, Algorand? Damn. Algo could go lower. Wow. Look at this. Look at all the support over here. And now look exactly where we're sitting. Exactly on previous support we are sitting currently. Look at that. Look where we're sitting. Damn, I could have got Algorand at... We could have got it at 54 cents, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, darn it. Darn it all. Well, I think there's still a case where that could happen again. Who knows? I'm a huge XRP XLM fan. We all know that. Those are my favorites. All right, there we are. All right, let's take a look at a couple more people. I like to get a good broad range of what people are saying. What the heck is this? That's not nice. That's not nice. Leave that poor monkey alone. All right, let's look. All in crypto. Cardano will rise again. Not as soon as you think. I think Cardano has to come down a lot. 21 hours ago, the Riddler. Oh, she's stacked. Let's go. What else? Five hours ago.
Still got tensions abroad. Oil is holding, and this is a... We are now 10 minutes into the New York market. The bell has been... Bitcoin has been up to. So, here we go. Look, Bitcoin has been trailing to the downside. You can also see that it has done a good job of respecting the 200 EMA. Moving averages are stacked to the downside. One would assume that momentum is looking to try and move price down lower. Now listen, it is very important that you understand that the FOMC is going to be releasing a statement tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to bring that up for you right now. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. UK time GMT. All right. They're going to release the FOMC statement. Will they keep the basis points of 50 or will they move it to 75? Whatever happens, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be in line to a lot of volatility tomorrow because this is the FOMC meeting that has to make a decision in regards to how they are going to handle the problem of inflation. Okay? We need to be fully aware of what they could do before that announcement. So if we roll over to the high block itself and understand where does the liquidity reside, okay, to the near term range, you can see that up towards the top of 42k. All right, we've got $150 million worth of shorts opened. Sorry, the liquidation points are in that range at 41,490. And of course, we have this liquidity down here where there's $133 million worth of longs towards the downside. Okay. Now, more importantly, what we need to understand is which direction are they going to take. You can see Bitcoin has been moving up and down, liquidating everyone in sight, and the range has been stuck in between this 40k mark. Bitcoin has done a very good job of holding the 40k zone. So what I would advise that you guys do is you mark off key notable areas in the chart. So for example, the 40,000 zone. The next key point in the chart is the 39 range as well, right here. Where is it? Right there. Happy days. So we've got the 39 zone and you can see what they've been doing alongside the 200 EMA on the 1 hour time frame. You can see they've been spiking up, bringing it down aggressively, spiking up one more time, bringing it down aggressively. Mad love to you, Amir, man. I hope you're well, my brother. So what we're trying to establish is Bitcoin going to go lower. Will it go up before it goes lower? Will it go down before it goes up? This is the question. Now, there's talks about the idea of, is this the market bottom? But we haven't actually had any news regarding what the current state is with the FOMC. Regardless of the articles that they put out there about what will be said, what may be said, whether it's hawkish, dovish, it's irrelevant until they decide on the spot. And I will be going live at that point in time, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure that you've subscribed, hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I go live during the FOMC, just to try and keep as many of you as possible with your minds aligned, because we know it can get a little bit crazy and the market maker can always do something to entice us to step in. Okay, so let's look at what else we can expect from Bitcoin on the higher time frames. Where do we stand in that aspect, ladies and gentlemen? So let's go over to the daily time frame for a split second before we start looking at the orders on the book map. It just took hour. We are waiting for them to try and rip price to the down, holding this zone around the psychological high. And it's a very important point in the chart, because if they release beyond this zone, the only levels that will be available in the chart for them to come into once again would be yesterday's low, and of course down here where they could trigger interest from the retail trader. Okay,
37,675. That's exactly where we just were. 37,675 is exactly where we just were, ladies and gentlemen. Tino the Mad Genius putting us on, showing us the way. Always pay attention to those who live the life. Tino lives the life. Look, CME gap. Definitely know we got to come up and close that, right? He said, pay attention to this area of the market. 36.75. Pretty much right here. And that's exactly where it is. Look at it pull down. $37,675. I'm sorry. Wait, 36.75. About right here. He said, pay attention to this area of the market.
remember, we've got the FOMC tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a madhouse. So we just need to be mindful of that. Here we go. We're going to see some more delta coming in. VWAP pointing down, strength to the downside. We've got this liquidity at 38,100. It seems to be looking like it wants to hold this range. But I don't like it when they hold and there is a cluster of orders. They're trapping traders in this area. Here we go. Got some more greens coming up here. Holding that psychological high, ladies and gentlemen. They are doing a good job of that. What's Luna doing? I need to look at Luna's just taking the drop to the downside. Luna appears to be moving first. Bitcoin might follow suit afterwards. Not to say that Bitcoin follows Luna, but Luna's more volatile.
And that's exactly what happened. Bitcoin followed. Bitcoin continued down. So, Tino putting us on. All we need to do is open our eyes, pay attention to the market, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. We're down. Holding the 37,675, holding this area right here. I think they're trying to get people to go short. Or they might just be going short. Remember, the market maker always builds longs at the cheapest possible price and always builds shorts at the highest possible price. Always, always, always keep that in mind.
As an altcoin, so we're going to wait and see if we do get that one more push down lower, ladies and gentlemen. The liquidity seems to come in now, which that is consistent with the start of a new 1 hour candle. Yeah, probably, who knows. Bitcoin, the new stable coin. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's that move, that small little retrace back up. Let's see if there's the proof in the liquidity. Are they going to make that move to the downside? Will they take yesterday's low? We would want to see more of these red bubbles coming in. These are the deltas. These are the net of price of the longs and the shorts. Okay, here we go. At a later point. But that's where the liquidity is. A point in the chart that Bitcoin may visit if the liquidity is present to move. Telling us, okay, you want lower prices, you get lower prices to move it back up at a later point. So we just pay attention right here. Big volume coming in at this point right here now, ladies and gentlemen. Movement lower, liquidity has disappeared. People are rushing to the charts. All those guys that went long over here are paying the price. Bitcoin coming down towards yesterday's low, ladies and gentlemen. Is it going to be a promise? Let's see if they do decide to run towards those zones, because if they break yesterday's low and no commitment comes in, then we're going to start looking at this area right here, 37,675, ladies and gentlemen, which will take us into what? Where is it?
And that's exactly what happened. We broke that range. We broke that area. We broke that area, and we came down lower than yesterday. We came down lower than yesterday. That's exactly what happened. All right, XRP holding the 60 cent. Where's your face? My face is chilling right now. It is straight chilling. You know what? Let's take a look at Blocktopia. Let's take a look at Blocktopia, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Look what Blocktopia did. Went all the way up to 0.013. Fast breakdown. It did a fast breakdown almost right back to this range. Paribus. Paribus went all the way down to... This was what? Day before yesterday? 0.0041. Wow. Blocktopia. And look at XDC. Look at XDC, ladies and gentlemen. Almost up at 6 cent 3. Going higher than local high right here. The middle. The local high. Going higher. Look at that. Look at that trending up. I think something crazy is about to happen with some XDC, man. I really feel like picking up some more Blocktopia, to be honest. Let's also take a look at Legacy, ladies and gentlemen. .0057. Wow, look at that. That is amazing. Man, WadsPay token at 16.5 cents. Jesus. It was up to 38 cents. You can easily over 100 times or over 1 times your money here. Man, I wish I knew which way this was going to go. I love WadsPay, but it was just at 4 cents not that long ago, so I'm just hesitant. I lost a lot of money holding WadsPay, and then I finally gave up at like 8 or 9 cents, and then it went all the way down to 4 cents and double bottomed that I never rebought, and then it went to 38 cents. Oh, but I'm happy. I'm currently happy with my holdings. Blocktopia, man. There's some crazy stuff coming out for the AI industry for Metaverse. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff is coming, ladies and gentlemen, for the Metaverse. Get your Quest 2s by Meta. And when I say Meta, I mean Facebook. Get your Quest 2s, man. Get those decently priced Metaverse, you know, those virtual reality headsets. $299. You can't beat it. 128 gigabytes standard. You can't beat it, man. You guys know what time it is?
De style holding, où le canot est à ni-longé. Flip the switch.
Übers Mühlort. It's halb 8 Uhr.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
We need this. We need this.
Point 9.999% of the people that own Bitcoin are fucking morons, retarded, imbeciles.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
La Provenia. 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 La Provenia.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Let's go. Let's go. When's the last time we pamped it? When's the last time we pamped it up? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at this BTC. All right, BTC. Here it is. What's going on, BTC? What are you doing to us? So far, we haven't went lower than the beginning of May, end of April. So far, we haven't went lower than that yet. Historically, May has been a good month for crypto, historically. This is on the daily. Where's my Bollinger Bands? Here they are. Oh, that's good news. Usually that's good news. We're closing we peaked outside the Bollinger Band. Now we're closing 1-2 candles inside. We'll see if we return all the way to the other side. Algorand is chilling. Blocktopia is at 1 cent 2. Paribus is at 0.0048, $48. $50 gets you 10K of Paribus. Not a bad price to just throw it in your Descent wallet and forget about it. 48.6, so $48. So $50. $50 gets you 10,000 Paribus tokens. Send it to your Descent wallet, forget about it. You could do the same with Blocktopia. Actually, if you're going to buy Paribus or Blocktopia, I buy my Blocktopia on BitTrue, and I hold it on BitTrue. 10,000 I do hold in my Descent wallet, but the rest I just hold on BitTrue. Paribus, I hold it on KuCoin, actually, because the ERC20, I don't want to spend a ton of money moving it out of the wallet. So let me clarify that. Let me clarify that first. Here we go. Paribus. It is an ERC20 token. So be careful. When I buy Paribus, I do keep it on KuCoin. But Blocktopia is a Polygon. It's a Matic coin. So I'm not worried about it. Shit was too funny, the Pump It Up video. Hey, Rit B, what is up, man? Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for hanging out. Yes, we do that every now and again when the market needs it. It takes anywhere from a couple minutes to a couple weeks for it to work, though. Didn't realize I'm on my wife's profile. All right, so let's take a look. So yeah, Matic is what Blocktopia is on. That's why I send it to Descent Wallet, because it's not really that bad to get some Matic and move it around out of a wallet. So Block is definitely in my Descent Wallet. And do not forget what Blocktopia is doing. I love Blocktopia and what they're doing. Look at this metaverse for crypto. This crypto metaverse, man. I cannot wait to get in this crypto metaverse. I really hope they follow through, because all the big names that they use and that are involved in this project and all the new stuff that's coming out for metaverse, this could really be massive. And that's why I buy a ton of Blocktopia. And Paribus is powered by Cardano and building for Cardano. So Paribus, that's why I invest in Paribus as well. These are the three tokens that I have the most money in behind me. XRP being number one. And then we dabble in a couple others. Haha, Bandit, what is up, man? Rye Guy, I love the pump ups. Let's go. I want to put money in Algorand. I really do. But I missed it at 54 cents. So I'm going to wait to see if we get maybe one more move down. Because remember, in 2021 in January, you can see, and right before then, in November 2020, we had a 23 cent Algorand. But it's been a couple years, so getting prices right now at under 70 cent and down in the 50 cent range is crazy for Algorand. That is pretty nutty. I would love to see another drop down. I don't know if it's going to happen, though. Man, if it comes down into the 50 cent range again. If it comes down into the 50 cent range again, I'm going to put so much money into Algorand. It's not even funny. But yeah, I'm loving Blocktopia, man. I love this project. I'm in the metaverse. I'm in virtual reality all the time. I'm always in the metaverse. I always have my Quest 2 headset charged up. I'm either playing Poker Stars poker for fun, because I love Poker Stars, the virtual reality for fun. It's a lot of fun. I also play a lot of golf in the metaverse and VR, and a lot of Beat Saber for work for exercise. You think Bitcoin is going to 18,000 or 22,000 by October? I'm not sharing those same thoughts as the majority. I am staying in line with the history that Bitcoin is making. Bitcoin has never in the past went below the 50 EMA on the daily and then back above it again. Look, this was the last bull run. That's never happened. Here's the 2013-2014 bull run. Went below the 50 EMA, We never made a higher high. Boom, bear market. And now look at us. Now look at us. We have went below the 50 EMA, came above it, made a higher high and a higher low. That's never happened before in the history. I am going to stay on the side of things that have never happened before are going to continue to happen. And if it doesn't, I mean, that's fine. I'm hodling anyway, so it does not matter. I'm dollar cost averaging and hodling, not day trading, not leverage trading. Not to say that I can't. Of course I can. I've made a lot of money. I've lost a lot of money leverage trading. But the fact that we have went below the 50 EMA on the daily, came back above it, made a higher high, that has never happened in the history of Bitcoin in the bull run. So I am going to side with the side of things that have never happened are going to happen. You've been watching silver channels? Yeah, they've been saying people should hold gold and silver since the beginning of time. They all say that. They're a bunch of gold and silver bugs. I mean, don't get me wrong. I hold, I hold, what do I have? Like 60, 70 ounces of silver, I think. I love silver. I don't hold gold, but I buy a lot of silver. But I'm not a silver bug. All my money is in crypto. I had like 60 or 70 ounces of silver. And then once it hit, what was it? $25, $26. When was it? It was in March. When it was at $25 right here is when I sold. This is when I sold all my silver. Right here. I went and sold all my silver for over $25 an ounce. And I just started picking up silver at $22 even again. And that was a couple months ago. I sold it all. And now I'm starting to pick some more up. So it was perfect timing. That was an extra few $100s I got for it. We'll put it back on algo. There we go. But yeah, I like silver. I like silver more than gold. I don't really have the money to collect gold. But XRP, XLM, XDC, all my money is in those three projects. And then I'm holding some Blocktopia. I'm holding some Paribus. And that's what we're doing right now. I cannot wait to see what happens with Blocktopia, man. I just got a text message from my daughter. She really needs me, and she wants to leave her mom's house. I have to go, guys. I have to go pick her up. She never texts me stuff like this, so I have to go get her. All right, guys. I will see you guys later. I'm Jaded Blur. Until next time, put out some more videos. Peace.
I got zero doubt in my membrane, you keep calling me insane. Every single day more XRP is what I obtain. No more cash, no more cars, only QR codes. No more proof of work, we running validated nodes. This is the life that I chose. They look at the cons, I look at the pros. I'm always bullish in the shows. Now you wanna ask about XRP, I am not telling. Now you want some of my XRP, I am not selling, it's not for sale. Honestly, I just wish you well, cause I'm XRP for well. I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. XRP taking the lead, come equipped with institutional speed. XRP giving the go to proceed, don't listen to FUD, I know they mislead. Try to tell them but I know they don't care. ODL, don't nothing compare. Back in the day I was willing to share, now I don't have any left to spare. Saw some liquidity on demand, try to tell them but they don't understand. Holding my ledger right here in my hand, see the signs it was already planned. Digital economy, it's already here. I'm